Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Hourglass Talks. It's your boy Mike Lowry. Tay Sears. What's up, man? Doing all right?
I'm glad to be here.
Hey, man, before we get started, I just want to say, hey, man, congratulations on jumping the broom. Your boy is married.
Hey,
Hey, what did you? Nah, you know what? Don't even say it. But hey, man, just congratulations, man. I'm happy for you.
we here.
You made it. I hope you achieve. Wait, show that again. Hey man, oh that boy got on the rip. Hey
We
man, I
here.
hope you get the marital bliss, man, and lifelong life of marriage, man.
100, 100.
I'm
Preach,
gonna I'm
preach.
gonna I'm gonna pray for you, bro. I'm gonna pray for
Appreciate
you,
it. Appreciate it.
man. Let's get into it, bro. Hey man,
Nitty
look.
gritty. Let's run
So
it.
I'm in school, right, bro? And we talk all the time, and you're in or you was in school. You got a bachelor's and a master's, and I ain't gonna say I'm struggling, but you ever just like do an assignment or you doing something in school and it's like a class you really don't care for and stuff like that, and you get easily distracted, right? Because like
All
school
of
ain't
them.
for every school. All of them, exactly. That's how I feel. And school ain't for everybody. But as we know, sometimes depending on what you're trying to do, certain degrees, having a bachelor's or even a master's, might open some doors for you that you didn't have if you don't get those degrees. So like sometimes there's some stuff that you have to do, whether or not that you like it. And what I was saying is like sometimes, or most of the time, I don't like it, so it's easily to get distracted. So like, how do you get through? You know, how do you get through those distractions or being easily distracted? Like, how do you get through stuff like that? You,
So,
you elaborate on stuff like that? Oh
so
shit!
check this out. You know how you said the bachelor's degree or the master's degree sometimes opens doors. This is how you don't get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going through those classes, doing those assignments that you don't want to do, you got to look at those doors. When you completing those assignments, like you have to look at those doors. You got to think about those doors. So, like for
Right.
me, for an example, I had no interest in graduating. I'm gonna be honest. I had absolutely no interest in graduating. I was when I was going to college. I wanted one thing. I wanted to run. I wanted to compete. However, I found out that it was this word called eligibility that was way more important than competing.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're talking about how do I stay focused and not get distracted on the little stuff around, because you may not know, but as you could
Yeah.
imagine, it's
Yeah.
easy to get distracted
Legit.
as a college athlete. Very easy. I'm talking very easy, very easy.
Especially
So
a track athlete.
especially a track athlete. What I'm doing to stay focused is I care more about. So you have to almost look at it as like a pedestal and put what you want on that pedestal. So I cared a whole lot more about being an All American than I cared about doing my schoolwork. 100%. However, I knew that I would not be able to be an All American if I
Without that
didn't do my
schoolwork.
schoolwork. So it
Yep.
was an easy thing for me. Okay, well, yeah, I'm distracted. Yeah, I really don't feel like giving my all in this class. But if I don't get a B in this class, I will not be able to do what I want to do and run on ESPN at the end of the year. My parents not gonna be able to watch me on TV. I'm not gonna get the opportunity for the young kids at home to see me, run on TV every other weekend if I don't pass this math test or pass this anatomy test or whatever it is. So look, I'm going through this phase of life right now to where I can't speak on it, but I'm doing something that I truly don't have interest in. I truly do not have a lot of interest in,
Right.
but it's it. What am I trying to say? It takes me down a path to do something that I'm extremely passionate about. I'm
Right.
gonna run that back. I'm doing something right now that I'm really not typically interested in, but it puts me on a path to do something that I'm extremely passionate about. So it's easy for me to stay I'm not gonna say it's easy for me to stay focused, but it gives me a reason to stay focused when I do get distracted. Because I think about, my passion for what it is that I really want to do is so strong that, when that little bit of distraction, when that little mosquito just fly by and we start to just follow it with our eyes because we so bored of the work, it's easy to lock back in because like, okay, I gotta get there, but I can't get to step number Z if I don't finish A, B, C, D first. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, shoot, I was thinking the other day, and I was just thinking, asking myself, because it's something you got to do, and I had wrote it down, and I probably heard this somewhere. You probably heard this somewhere, but more oftentimes than not in life, you have to do something that you don't want to do to get what you want.
Oh yeah,
or to get something that you don't have. And sometimes it might not make sense, but like you said, you got to put that want on that pedestal so you can get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, and the reason why they don't become successful or get what they want is, they think the distraction outweighs what they want. And I just think that's crazy because, the simplicity of it is, like in simple terms, whatever you want, put it at the top.
Value it, cherish it.
There you go.
Value what you want. Cherish, treat it good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make it mean something. If you for now that I'm married, now that I'm a man.
Oh shit! You put the married card on. That boy married now. Hey,
if you married and you have something good, if your spouse is good, you're gonna cherish your spouse. You're gonna hold your spouse tight. Now your spouse is probably gonna do something that you don't want them to do.
Keep going.
It's gonna be some things that happens that you don't want to happen. However, your love for your spouse never changes. It never changes. So it's gonna the love for your spouse is gonna outweigh the little things that you don't want them to do. But I know for me, for example, it's some stuff that I don't like Modesty doing. However, it's some little stuff that she nag about me about that I know is gonna help me down the road, but it's just so little and so tedious that it's a distraction for me that I kind of just push it to the side. But considering that she's my spouse, she's my focus, which gets me over the hump to that thing that I want to do later in life that I cherish. That's how we have to look at it. It's the distraction card. That's everything in life. That you don't, like you said, the quote you said, you got to do what you don't want. Sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do to get where you want to go. Yeah. It's a lot of people that don't want to get up and go to work every morning.
Legit.
It's a lot of people that want a roof over their head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I was watching this video. I think it was ET, and he was like, most marriages probably, it's not 50-50. It's 50-50. You don't need to get married. It's, sometimes it's 70-30. 70% you like what she do, or you like what he do. 30% is not. He was about 90-10. But like you said, man, when things go wrong, like you said, you focus on the stuff that she does good, or it don't have to be marriage. Like, you know what? I don't like this class, but this degree can get me here. Not this class sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that focus point, if they just switch their focus on the good instead of the bad, that can help with the distraction.
And your class is the same way. Your class is 70-30. Now, in your case, you might not like 70% of the stuff that goes on, and you might only like 30%.
Yeah, you feel me.
I mean, it's all the same thing, because just because you don't like that 70, you need that 70. You need it. Because if you don't have it, you can't get that degree that you're looking for, and most importantly, past the degree, you can't get in that door that you were trying to get into. Not saying that not putting it that you absolutely need a degree to get into every door, But for the sake of what we're talking about, if the degree, if getting into the doors is the goal, we got to work backwards. Cool. Well, a good chance of me getting into this door or getting in this room, I need a degree. I need a master's or bachelor's, whatever the case may be. A good way for me to get this degree is to pass these classes. If I pass these classes, I got a very high chance of getting that degree. And if I get that degree, I got a very high chance of getting into that door. That's how this thing works.
How it works, man. Like you said, man, you
keep that pedestal. Look at that pedestal. Look at that door.
Yeah.
Tunnel vision.
Literally, you have brought up a good point before we end. You said work backwards. So whatever you want, work backwards from there. And another point is go find somebody that did what you're already trying to do. Mm-hmm. That definitely help out, man. But
cut the learning curve in half. Because why figure it out on your own? Why figure something out on your own when you can get somebody to guide you that's already walked down that path? Why would I try to figure out how to get to Georgia when you done already drove to Georgia 10, 15, 20 times? I should just ask you. You can't come and pull me, but you can give me a roadmap of how to get there. That's how we got to look at it.
Definitely, man. But hey, before we get off here, man, you got anything else before we get off, man?
Get the shea butter. You see how my skin is looking? Look, don't I look like a new man? It ain't cause the wifey I'm married. No, it's the shea butter straight from from Africa. It's the shea butter grow.
Shea butter.
15% off Cold Hourglass. Go get you some of this shea butter. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Tay, I appreciate it. It's nighttime, man. We usually do mornings, but it's nighttime. So if you have a good night, family sleep. I'll catch you, man.
Peace. Appreciate it.
Have a blessed one, man. Have a marital bliss. I pray marital bliss on you and modesty and the kids.
100.
All right, man. Abity.